Hi Cancer, welcome to your August 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading. I hope you're doing really well. So last month, July, it was a big month for you. It was very heavy. A lot of shifts, a lot of strange vibrations, a lot of strange feelings, a lot of emotions bubbling to the surface, and for a lot of people it was an outpour of different feelings, and it may have been like that for you. You may have been doing enough work on yourself over the last few months that it didn't hit you as hard, but whatever your position is, whatever your story is, August is set to be that little bit brighter, that little bit more innocent, that little bit more carefree, I suppose. Now, it's occurring for you in, of course, the sign of Leo, which is your second house. And the second house, for the water signs, the second house, the sixth house, and the 10th house are all taking precedence this month because the fire energy for you is in the work houses. So you may be thinking, second house, okay, that's money. What's the work that I do there? Well, more than money, the second house is about value. It's about worth. It's about prices. What price are you putting on your happiness, and how much are you willing to bargain for it? Is it something that you would lower your number for? Is it something that you would question? Is it something that would fluctuate depending on the moon? As we lead up to the full moon in Aquarius, again, it's an interesting energy for you. It's 8th house energy. It's quite intense. It's making a link to the second house. It's making a very, it's making you aware of a few things that you need to discuss. You need to discuss the value that you're putting on your time, on your efforts, on your quality service. And if you're not meeting the standards that you've set yourself, you could be in trouble. 7 of Pentacles, you need to see the growth this month because the service that you've been giving or the service that you've been receiving needs to have a clear price on it. 7 of Cups, do you value your time or is it fluctuating? And are the people around you aware of the limits that you put on their BS or their friendship or their love even? Because you're exhausted. And this month is all about setting those comfortable boundaries for you. Boundaries that make you feel better about your relationships because you know where you stand with people whenever you assert a boundary, right? When you put up a boundary, you will know just how valued you are. You could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. It could also represent the major shifts of Virgo season where you start to talk. You start to really learn what it is that you need to communicate. Your throat chakra opens up and you figure out how you convey your feelings without being fearful of how they're received. So the theme for this month is, of course, that value. Before we begin, Jupiter goes direct in a work house, in the 6th house, in your day-to-day stuff. And Jupiter's making very positive aspects to Venus. Venus being in your money house. It's making very positive aspects to the Sun and Mercury. And it's really asserting itself as being a positive force in your life. So your day-to-day life is changing. Your routine is changing. Oh, see that? 2 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, Cancer. Venus in Cancer may bring you some incredibly positive developments. Maybe it has brought you positive developments. Maybe it's brought in a new romance with a fixed sign. Maybe it's brought in a Leo. Maybe it's brought in a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius. It's brought you in a connection. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. The world, again, that fixed sign energy, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. So the world, Cancer, wrapping up the eclipses, perfectly contained in this card, an end of a cycle. Queen of Swords in the middle of the reading, Judgment, Temperance. Oh, that was the Hierophant, Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. What else? The Star. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. That's a lot of majors, isn't it? Perfectly makes sense. The eclipse season was life-changing. Now, life changes. There is this misconception that you have to be incredibly aware of what's happening when it's happening, that you have to see a physical result or hear words. That's not necessarily what happens with major arcana. But some of it is. The Judgment energy, very Scorpiophonic. You become very, very, very aware of what other people are saying, what they're doing. You also become more aware of what you're saying and what you're doing. The solar eclipse in your sign has unearthed a self-awareness that you possibly didn't know about. It could have become a very surprising chain of events for you. The Star card, blessing this reading with hope, with optimism, the Aquarian energy too. So that full moon in Aquarius on the 15th is occurring while Mercury is squaring Uranus. So just to make it more simple, Uranus is Aquarian's ancient ruler, right? So Star card, Aquarius energy, planet Uranus matters. Uranus is in Taurus, the Hierophant. Without sounding mathematical, this is a sign that that full moon is teaching you how to weigh up the information that you receive, teaching you how to weigh up what you'll commit to and what you hope for. It is making a decision and hoping for the best, but not relying on the outcome to make you happy. So you're faced with a major decision in August, and it is on the tail of that Capricorn full moon eclipse. It is on the tail of your solar eclipse. This full moon offers a reset. We begin August with many things. We begin August with Venus trining Chiron, giving us this sort of like internal romantic healing, all while the new moon energy hitting refresh on the eclipse season, which is occurring in your financial sector. So if you want to make financial intentions, do it on the 31st of July leading into the 1st of August. And with Venus being there, Cancer, your finances are truly blessed. Truly, truly blessed. You may come up with some sort of work at home scheme, something you can do from home to encourage your finances. One thing that you're to be aware of is that healing some sort of internal friction or losing your external shell in a situation and being kind of exposed, because you are being exposed. That Cancerian energy of the eclipse season was more of an expose than you're comfortable with. Having that exterior shell, as a crab does, when they're changing from shell to shell, they're the most vulnerable. And that's kind of what eclipse season has felt like for you. So Temperance in the challenge is letting you know that healing and everything in moderation doesn't necessarily seem like such a comfortable thing, because with Judgment here pulling that away from you really quickly, really suddenly, and leaving you with the evidence that you needed to make a decision isn't always comfortable. For many Cancers in July, maybe your world was turned upside down. The Hierophant and the Star is, put simply, committing to hope. It is drawing on wisdom, on knowledge, on experience, on support from your elders, learning a lesson from somebody who's done it before. weighing up the information that you're receiving loud and proud, and also weighing up the feelings within that are happy to be acknowledged but aren't done helping you heal. The Hierophant and the Star card together is this almighty duo of self-love and self-appreciation with the Star. And loving something bigger than yourself with the Hierophant. Hierophant's very spiritual, it's very aware. It's also quite original. Uranus and Taurus having this friction with Mercury over the full moon, and the full moon challenging our need to be free, our need to be independent, and our need for partnership. So in marital relationships or relationships with a substantial commitment put on it, a label put on it, a journey ahead planned together, for example, you have to weigh up your fears of connecting to somebody in a secure way, your fears of connecting to somebody maybe financially. Financial fears could be aroused from this energy, this Venus and this Chiron energy that we begin the month with. But nevertheless, when the Sun conjuncts Uranus on the 14th after Jupiter goes direct and Mercury enters Leo again and Uranus goes retrograde, which is helpful, by the way, Cancer, for you, because it's occurring in your friendship sector, and you could have felt that the people around you were more erratic. They're definitely more unique this year, but you may have been rattled by an Aquarius, you know? Certainly the friendships that you have may have been more unexpected, or they may have been taking more unexpected journeys, and as a Cancerian that can be very tricky for you. You could take it personally. But Uranus retrograde gives us all this sort of reprieve, and Jupiter transforming to direct motion is just a welcome change for everybody, because it gives us that boost, that pep. And here we have the World card. Saturn, down in your partnership sector. Pluto, Judgment, in your partnership sector. Two of Pentacles. Are you finally seeing the commitment that you deserve in your love life? I think you are. Fate has a connection right here. And I have to be honest, Cancer, it's been something that has been trickling in for a while for you. So if there's nobody right now, that does not mean there will never be. It actually means that something at this particular point is seeking you. Someone is seeking you as much as you're seeking them. You just have to... Four of Swords and the Lovers. And there's you again, Queen of Cups. Oh wow, there's you again, Chariot. You just have to be ready for it. See? You just have to sleep on it. You just have to be ready to receive it. Judgment has woken you up to something or someone that needed to be transformed. Pluto will do that. The connections in July from Pluto to your sign has transformed your love life in ways that you possibly didn't even see. Maybe you realized self-love. Maybe you realized how to say no when someone was giving you below your standards. If all of that rings true and you've had that journey, it seems to me that the Hierophant and the Star is giving you a reason to hope. It's giving you a reason to believe in this. For many of you, I am amazed to see, Cancer, that it's an Aquarius. Or a Taurus, I don't know. I think it's an Aquarius for a lot of you. For some it's a Scorpio. I know it's the fixed signs. Sagittarius is there too. Air signs are there. It's all there. We'll go more into that in the extended, but there's a lot to be hopeful for this month, Cancer. If you've been feeling particularly tired, particularly drained, there is beauty coming out of this month. The Star and the Hierophant is just this little bright spark in the sky that lets you know that something's on its way. Listen to the signs. Watch them. See the numbers appear on your phone. 333-1111. I maybe added an extra one, I'm not sure. The universe is sending you messages. Here is something to be hopeful about. Just make sure that while you're keeping the hope alive, you're still aware of your standards and you're still aware of the price you'll put on it. Enjoy the money, enjoy the good fortune. I will see you in the extended reading on Vimeo. Bye, Cancer.